Are you in the market for a 125cc, but 125cc is underpowered for you, or 500cc is too much power for you? Honda just hit the sweet spot with the ADV350. If you're interested into the scooter, please stick around. So let's start with the front of the scooter of this Honda ADV350. This scooter comes with LED all around, LED headlights, LED indicators. At the rear and at the back, everywhere is LED. Okay, the front, in my opinion, looks so much like its bigger brothers, Honda ADV 750 and like the Honda ADV1100. Okay, it's like they created a mini version of them. The front comes with this windshield over here. It's original windshield, it's OEM. It has 3 different settings that you can do over here. Handguards, this scooter comes with plastic handguards. Obviously don't expect anything like for hardcore enduro or stuff like that. It's more for wind resistance, okay, because obviously there is no metal over here, so I believe that if you fall you can really damage this, because they are a bit flimsy, to be honest. So you come over here, okay. In terms of storage, you have storage over here. You have this pocket which is quite deep. You press this button over here, you open the underseat storage. You have around 48 liters. That's why we buy scooters anyway. For its practicality, you have 48 liters of storage. And if you opt for the Honda Smart Top Box, you have another 50 liters of luggage as well, which you can throw over there. So this scooter being keyless, I have the keys in my pocket. You just turn like this, you just like this, and you're greeted with the Honda logo, this 5-inch TFT display. You have the fuel gauge, revs per minute, okay. You have the outside temperature, the time, and this T, it means for the traction control. And this, if you connect your phone with the Honda Sync app, okay. You come over here, very Honda style. This toggle left and right, up and down. This T for traction control, horn, and this left and right signals. 4-way flashes, you come on the right, 4-way flashes over here. Kill switch, from where you switch on the engine. Okay, fuel, you just press this and it opens like this, very easy. Okay, this scooter, it's equipped with Showa all around. Let's start with the front. The front is 37 millimeters upside down forks with 125 millimeters of travel. At the rear we have twin shocks with 130 millimeters of travel. In terms of fuel tank, it's 11.7 liters, and you have an autonomy of 340 kilometers. Being said that this bike its wet weight, it's 186 kilos wet, okay, and it has a ground clearance of 795 millimeters from above with the ground, okay. So basically it's around 10 millimeters more ground clearance, 10 millimeters more ground clearance from the other Honda Forza 350. In terms of engine, the engine, it's 330cc. It delivers a power of 29 horsepower, okay, at 7,500 RPM. And it delivers torque of 31.5 Newton meters of torque at 5,250 RPM. In terms of looks, this Honda ADV350, Honda created mini version of the ADV1100 and the XADV. Braking system at the front, we have 256mm single disc, 2-piston caliper. This bike comes with ABS. At the rear we have 240mm single disc with 1-piston caliper. So the scooter is 795mm, has 795mm seat height, which makes it accessible to every sort of rider. So it's quite accessible to everyone really. So that's all you need from a scooter. But it looks quite good for a 350. It looks quite good and it's quite practical. Over here we have the seat. Okay, the seat is quite wide. Okay, the pillion has quite a good cushioning and is quite wide. It's not an narrow seat, and the rider has quite a long distance. So even two good sized adults, let's say, they will have ample of space and they don't feel squashed on this Adv350. I think they did quite a good job. So let's go for a ride and we test ride this scooter together. So we buy scooters in Malta and in other European countries just because of the ease of them, so we can filter traffic and we can ride comfortable. Being on this Adv350 is very good. It's very comfortable because it's a scooter. You have that floorboard over there that you can stretch your legs and you can stretch your arms. You don't have to be like you are on a motorbike at a 45 degrees angle, and it's quite handy. And once for 350cc, 335cc to be fair, it picks up quite fast. There's another one here. This is, or its cousin, something like that. Once you pull up from the traffic lights, it's quite good. The pull up, it pulls out straight away. If you want to pass a car and stuff like that, you have enough power, as you saw, from standstill to 70 kilometers an hour in a sort of few seconds. So if you really have to overtake a car, I believe you have enough power. So we're gonna take it on the coast road so we can see how it performs over there. The suspension is really plush, it's really comfortable, it glides over the potholes and stuff like that. We'll see how it goes into the twisties of the coast road. These handguards, I believe they are doing their job in terms of wind protection, but other than that, I don't believe that if you have a fall, won't protect or they won't get destroyed, because they are with no metal thing behind them. So if you fall, I believe that they'll break straight away. Visibility mirrors is quite good, it's quite wide, I can see right behind me. Okay, wind protection, although I have this fairing over here, I'm feeling the wind passing from here. I'm feeling quite open, to be honest. In my T-Max I feel much more wind protected, but here I can feel the wind passing over my legs. Later we'll see the sun visor. The visor, it's on the, I believe it's on the second setting, but I'm getting windswept the way I am, so I'm getting windswept. So we'll check it out with the first, second and third setting, how much it blocks the wind, if it's useless or not. Being still in its early stages, this bike has done 590 kilometers, is still in running in, so obviously I cannot push it a lot, but from what I can see, it picks up quite easily. Yeah? It revs up to 9,000 revs, okay, 9,500 revs, and the bike is super comfortable, so really comfortable. 6,000 revs, 80 kilometers per hour, easy. Realistically, Honda figures this bike top speed it's around 130 kilometers, which for the Maltese Islands is perfect. Another thing which is quite annoying is that if you want to pull up the windshield, the windscreen over here, you have to pull over and pull it up with two hands. You cannot do it on the go, because you have to pull up these two knobs that they are on the side of the windshield. Honda could have done it better. Honda could have done it with one system and it pulls it up, but that's how the way it is. So that's the thing that annoys me as well, that you have to pull over. Maybe sometimes you don't have time to pull over, or maybe sometimes you just want to, you're feeling hot, you just want to put it down. Sometimes you're feeling windswept, you want to put it up. But the fact that you have to pull over, it's a bit annoying, to be honest. But it's there, at least you can change it to your own likings. Because other models, like my Honda Transalp, for example, it's fixed, so you cannot select it the way you want it. It's just one fixed position. Braking is very good as well. These brakes for the 330cc, it's quite good. It behaves quite good. The front brakes and the rear brakes. For city driving, the scooter, it's quite good. For its engine, it pulls a lot, so you have enough power to overtake a car, not like the 125cc. It's underpowered. Sometimes you get stuck behind the car because you just don't have enough power. I think this Adv350 hits the sweet spot between the 125cc and between the 500cc. It's like the... So I believe that if 125cc is underpowered for you and 500cc it's way too much power for you and it's out of your budget, 350cc, this Adv350 is quite a good choice. I cannot imagine that this would go as Honda is promoting in adventure and gravel and stuff like that, because it was debatable with the Africa Twin, with the 19-inch, how good it will be instead of the 21-inch, let alone this Adv350, how it will handle. So I don't really see it going in light gravel either. But we can break away and stuff like that. And city, if you're gonna use it mainly in the city, the Adv350, it's quite a good choice. Well, as you saw, I pulled over to put up the windshield. However, the windshield, I don't believe that is doing its job. It's more of an appearance. So if you want to be completely covered from the wind, you need to choose an aftermarket windshield, because this windshield, this OEM windshield, is quite useless. Well, when you're going up a hill like this and you want some power, the power is there. It's quite torquey till you reach the 4,000 RPM, 6,000, and then that's it. It's like it gets stuck a bit. But to overtake a car, as I said, or to come out of a tricky situation, it takes you out from the tricky situation. But then when it arrives still the 6,000, 7,000 RPM, it's like it gets stuck, you know. You cannot expect much. You cannot expect this pulling your hair away with the power. But as I said, the power is there to take you out of a tricky situation. Here it's like bumpy because the ground is built on clay, so great way to test the suspension, and it's handling very well indeed. It's back in the garage after a couple of hours with the Adv350. There is some annoying things that quite annoyed me. We start with this windshield. This windshield is quite useless at the moment, being on the highest setting. On the highest, because it has 3 settings. It's quite useless. I didn't feel wind covered whatsoever. I was windswept all the time. And another thing is that you have to stop and do it with both hands. You cannot do it on the go. Another thing was the headlight. The LED headlight in the dark, it doesn't open up nicely. It's quite narrow, so the headlight, there isn't that great visibility. When you accelerate from standstill, there is some vibrations in the handlebars over here, and even if you let go, there is some vibrations. Having said that, the weight of this Adv350 is 186 kilograms. It's quite on the high side for 330 cc to be exact, compared to other models like the NX500, which is completely different segment. It's only 10 kilos heavier than the Adv350, but it's over 40 horsepower. But overall, I believe that it will make a great commuter. If you opt for the top box, you have plenty of storage, right quality, the 5-inch TFT display with the Honda Road Sync app, and enough fuel consumption. You will have enough coverage, over 300 kilometers for Malta especially, is quite good. So overall, I believe it's quite a good commuter. That was everything. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and hopefully see you next time. Ciao!